You may have heard the term color revolution a lot over the last few days if you've been keeping up with news about the protests in Minneapolis. And more than a few alarms were sounded when I saw this clip from Joe Rogan a few days ago.
You know what a color revolution is.
Of course.
And for people that don't, it's a coordinated effort to cause chaos. And this is a very coordinated thing. The idea that this is an organic protest, these riots are organic, is nonsense.
So I started to do some digging because trying to label activists as participating in a color revolution is a propaganda technique that is straight out of the Russian playbook. In late 2004, the citizens of Ukraine took to the streets to participate in a color revolution to protest against false election results. This is just one of the latest examples that emerged in the post-Soviet states. There are many, many examples of color revolutions, all coming after perceived illegitimate elections. But specifically, when we are talking about color revolutions in a modern context, it's oftentimes Vladimir Putin accusing his own citizens who are protesting against the Russian government of participating in a color revolution. You can see it going back a long time, 2011, throughout the 2010s, and even within the last year. And this is a tactic to try to create confusion and cynicism, but further, the idea that nothing good can happen, that no alternatives can emerge, is one of the key instruments in this. And this is a tactic that Peter Pomerantsev talks a lot about in his book, This Is Not Propaganda. It's a tactic called white jamming, where the goal of this is to try to not necessarily get people to believe something, but rather to instill enough cynicism that alternatives are possible. And when people don't believe that an alternative is possible, they resort to cynicism or worse, apathy, and tune out altogether. Because if pro-democracy protesters can be framed in a way that they are inauthentic or coordinated or otherwise funded by a third party, then it undermines the root cause. So what is the goal? It's apathy, it's cynicism, yes, it's all of that. But beyond apathy and cynicism, the goal of a propaganda campaign like this is to make people question anything and everything that they believe so that they tune out altogether. Don't fall for it.